What's going on, guys? Matt Ackerson here. I am the founder and CEO of AutoGrow.co, as you may already know. And in this video, we are going to go over 3 examples of big brand, billion-dollar company brand marketing mistakes that are frankly a little bit unbelievable. So let's start with number 1. This one comes from Apple. So a few years back, Apple forced U2's new album onto nearly 500 million different devices. That's all of Apple's customers, basically. And uh, the context is that U2 was launching, the band U2. I'm more of a fan of their older music, not so much of the new stuff. But they're still around. They're still making music. They came out with a new album, but they basically forced it onto everyone's device via the iTunes app. And customers weren't happy at all because not only was it forced onto their device without their permission or opting in some way, but also it was very difficult to delete, to the point where uh, bloggers and other companies were sort of getting attention by just coming up with ways for creative ways for how to actually delete it. Now, the takeaway for you is don't force things on your customers, duh, as if that wasn't already obvious. But a better alternative, like a better approach, is testing. They could have easily avoided this one. It's estimated was $100 million mistake, because that's how much they invested in the promotional effort and the signing of this deal with U2. Sounds like U2 really got the better end of that deal. But you want to A/B test, okay? So just, for example, Apple could have just rolled this out on a small scale, everything set up exactly as it was going to be, post-launch day, and they probably would have seen, hey, surprise, surprise, customers don't like anything being forced down their throat, right? Even if it is coming from a, respected, reputable band. Example number 2 comes from McDonald's and their Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce sort of fiasco. So if you don't know Rick and Morty, obviously you know McDonald's. But if you don't know Rick and Morty, they've been around since 2013. They came out with like 2 seasons, and there was like a multi-year gap in between the 3rd season. But during that time, the show grew in popularity enormously, just through word of mouth and people talking about it on the internet. And part of the reason why it's so popular, by the way, I'm a fan, but I don't like to advertise that because of this fiasco that sort of exposed some of the other fans as like crazy and just like overboard, unreasonable. So that being said, the show really exploded in popularity during this time. And when they came out with the 3rd season, the first episode, which they released early before they released the whole season, had a scene in there where the main character, Rick, is saying that his number 1 goal is in life is to get that amazing Szechuan sauce from like when Disney came out with the movie Mulan, and I guess in like the late 90s. They also, like, McDonald's did a promotion at that time where they came out with Szechuan sauce, which I guess was some sort of reference to the Mulan movie. And Rick from the show was saying, "Okay, my goal is to, get that sweet, sweet, delicious sauce." So anyway, McDonald's picked up on this and said, "Hey, we're gonna do like a co-promotion with Rick and Morty. We're gonna bring back the sauce, from that late '90s movie." Totally random, but funny. And so anyway, they weren't prepared though for all the demand. Like uh, in one case, over 1,000 people lined up at one McDonald's, and they had to bring in the police. And there's an image of it that you can see in the article. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description, or just scroll down on the page if you're watching this on AutoGrow. And people were just protesting, saying, "We want our sauce. We want our sauce." And there were other incidents like that, which were just kind of childish, and why I don't want to be associated with Rick and Morty. But it's a great show, and this was obviously a marketing mistake, in part because they weren't ready for the surge in demand. So that's part of the key takeaway for you from this example is be prepared to handle in terms of increased demand. I mean, say that one of your offers works out incredibly well. Are you prepared for success, right? You should be, So for example, with AutoGrow, we recently came out with a $7 for 7-day trial, and it's been doing really well. But it could have done a whole lot better, and we could have had massive demand. But that's also why we had systems in place for hiring that could help us to meet that demand if the capacity or the popularity went much higher than we expected. So what happened with McDonald's? Well, basically they ended up apologizing publicly, and they said, "Oh, we're come out with more Szechuan sauce real soon, and we're sorry to the fans and all that." Even though the whole thing's kind of ridiculous. And finally, example number 3. By the way, I just want to mention before I get into this. This one's from Adidas, and it's a good one. If you want to see 4 more examples, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, click that link in the description. It's right in the vicinity of that like button. So hit that like button, click that like button. Don't smash it, don't hurt it, but go ahead and click it. And leave a comment. Love hearing from you. If you're watching this on autogrow.co, obviously scroll down for the other 4 examples that I'm not including in this video. They're awesome and informative, and you can learn something from each one of them. And yeah, be sure to leave a comment as well. Again, I love hearing from you guys. So now for example number 3, this is from Adidas. So some of you, those of you who are Americans, surely, and I guess some from outside the US too, you probably remember the Boston, the very significant Boston Marathon bombing that happened some years back. And, basically there was this marathon in Boston, if you don't remember it or forgot about it. And there was a terrorist attack there. There was a bomb that went off. A lot of people died. Not a lot of people, but people were injured. And what Adidas did in this case, because they were a sponsor of the race, they sent out an email, which in this changed context after this very unfortunate event happened, it made them look really bad. The subject line just made them look insensitive. And the subject line was, "Congrats on surviving the Boston Marathon." We can laugh about it now. You can laugh about it if you have a little bit of a dark sense of humor. But Adidas, unfortunately, is the butt of the joke in this one. And as a result, they immediately stopped sending that email, which would be triggered, I think, after people would opt in somewhere on their website. But needless to say, they apologized, and they took it down. So here's the takeaway, though. Here's what you can take away from this example in particular. Audit your marketing after big, national and even international events, trends happen. Audit your marketing. Are you evolving to take advantage of opportunities, and to make sure that you're not. I mean, I think it's you can't make everyone happy, of course, and you shouldn't try to. But in this case, there you go. But another example would be coronavirus, which that was a global. I'm saying was because I'm hopeful that it's just at the time of this video, it's just kind of like in the past at this point, just totally gone. Cancel coronavirus, hashtag cancel coronavirus. So, but in that case, what we did and what a lot of other companies did, and we actually published a whole article on this, is we kind of adjusted our branding. A lot of companies like ours actually put like a banner at the top to say, "Hey, we're in business, we're ready, we're here to help." And we also came out with a special, and updated some of the copy in subtle ways in other places. So that's an example of how you might audit your marketing after a big event like that. And finally, authenticity is key. When Adidas made its apology, they were heartfelt in the language that they used. And, you know, if your company ever makes a mistake and it's clearly your fault, just own it. Be like, listen, it wasn't our intention. And I, on behalf of the company, I'm sorry. And the whole team and the whole company is sorry for this mistake, but, I take responsibility. And just, here's what we're going to change. And that's pretty much it. And just move forward. That's really the best you can do and all you can do, and mean it. Authenticity is key, and authenticity actually can can be a really good thing. It could even increase your sales. So for example, in the case of McDonald's, they apologized because they didn't expect the increase in demand. But at the same time, was it really a mistake? I mean, it got a lot of attention, so maybe they made even more sales the second time around because they ramped up to meet demand, and they got media coverage from all of the unhappy customers who are protesting. Kind of funny. So anyway, there you go. Those are three examples of big brand marketing mistakes that are quite significant and unbelievable. So on that note, if you want to avoid marketing mistakes for your brand, for your business, for your agency, if you own an agency, many of our clients are actually agencies, check out autogrow.co. Go to autogrow.co and learn how you can delegate all of your digital marketing tasks and projects to us through the Autogrow app without the headaches involved with hiring, without the headaches of hiring, because hiring, it's a lengthy process. It's financially risky. You invest a lot of time and a lot of effort. But instead, you could just log into our app, type out some notes, give an example, and just get work done and get deliverables, marketing assets, everything from something as simple as maintenance on your email automation or maintenance on your website, tweaking an image, tweaking some copy, to more complex things like delivering an entire sales funnel or a long form complex sales landing page, written, designed, quality checked. And further, something else that our clients mention that they really like is the strategy. The fact that you can get on the phone, you can talk with a strategist, you can hash out ideas. We let you actually book a call with a strategist whenever you want to just kind of hash out ideas. Okay. And our turnaround times, as one of our clients put it, they are unreal. The quality is great, the speed is great, and there's no one else is offering anything like this. So check it out at autogrow.co. And finally, can you tell I was up until 4 last night? I was like there for a second. Anyway, to wrap up, finally, if you're on a little bit of a tighter budget, check out autogrow.co/marketplace, and you can see some of the new fixed price services that we're coming out with. Maybe you don't want to sign up for the monthly package. You're going to save a lot, and it's so valuable, and you're going to use it all the time. So you really get the best value if you go for one of our monthly month-to-month packages. There's no long-term contracts, and as I mentioned, you have the $7 for 7-day trial. So it's really no risk for you to try us out. But if you want a fixed price service, check that out at autogrow.co/marketplace. So for example, you just want a landing page or a lead magnet or some ads design, you can find out more about what we offer there. And we're coming out with new ones, new productized fixed price services every week. And we also have some resources, info products and online trainings like Autogrow's 6-figure sales funnel training, which you can find there as well. All right, so until next time, as always, I love you guys. Hope to hear from you. Leave a comment, like it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until next time, keep converting and stay focused.